Because these are all speculation, if you didn't see the first skill tree of Athena, I will give you a link in description and you will see it in the upper right corner of this video. So now let's go to the video. So now we're going to talk about speculations of the skills of the Athena character in Borderlands the pre-sequel, and her second skill tree is going to be incendiary and electrocution based skill tree, and I think that the tornado is going to make cause shock or fire to the nearby enemies. Then the second one is going to be a kill skill, maybe for fire rate, probably for fire rate. Then we have this design for the shield and some kind of shock and fire around him, and this should make her damage enemies near her with incendiary or shock damage. Then maybe she could be able to throw additional shield with this skill, and that the second before the last skill that we are going to see in this picture, I don't know because I don't see it well really, and I don't have any idea for that. And then the last, after some condition, she will be able to use chain with elemental damage, probably shock or fire damage. And as you can see, the second skill tree is going to be an elemental based skill tree. So let's go to another picture now. So now with the other set of the second skill tree, you can see here the head, and this head really reminds me with 1 out of 1 skill. It reminds me of the Necromancer, and this should enable you when you deal or take damage. It gives you some damage stacks. Then we have this shield with lightning bolt, that is a shock damage that I think that it will reduce the damage that shock damage does to her, or maybe even reduces to the 0. Then we have some kind of a magazine with a shock damage around it. So elemental damage, probably shock or fire, will give you ammo. Then we have a hand with the storm. It should upgrade your shock damage or weapons. And then we have incendiary damage that heals you, or again upgrades incendiary damage or weapons. And I cannot see that skill, so let's go to the other picture now. So in the second skill tree, I just couldn't see what it is, the skill in the middle, a little below the middle really. But now let's go for the third skill tree, that is going to be a skill tree for Athena's sword. And here you can see this health based skill. It should upgrade your health in some kind of way. Then we have 2 skills with a skull and one with the bullet. These 2 skills should work together, with melee causes more bullet damage and shooting causes more melee damage. And then we have this sword, and I think that this is going to enable her to wield one sword. Then with this kind of tornado again, I think that when she does some kind of condition with health threshold or something like that, she will start circling like a psycho, damaging nearby enemies with her sword. Sorry Craig for that, but I just had to type the psycho. And then we have this magazine, maybe less bullets left in magazine causes her to deal more melee damage. And now the last skill should enable her to dual wield sword with condition. So this is going to be a condition based skill with her dual wielding swords.